Hello my lovelies, it is time for another round of Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. So if you're new here, welcome. This is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to pick my TBR for the month. Now if you've been watching for a little while, you know that I have been doing a lot of trying to play catch up these past couple of months, and I think I have pretty much done it. Finally. A quick recap of the rules for those that don't know. I spin my wheel 6 times and I pick a prompt based on what comes up. Each time I spin, during my regular spins, I will put a mark, like a tally mark on here. And when it gets to the 5th mark, I'll erase all the marks and I'll have to do a bonus spin. So instead of 6, I'll have to do 7 and so on. I do not put any tally marks when I'm spinning the bonus spins. Also, after each spin, I replace the prompt with a new prompt. I got a ton of them. And yeah, that's how we pick our books. And I have a lot of books that I've already want to have on my TBR this month, so hopefully I can get the prompts to work with me. Okay, so I'll try to do a really quick recap of how I did on my reading. So these are the books that were part of my August TBR, and I said if I didn't finish them by the end of the month, they would roll over into my September TBR. Einstein has a squeaky toy. And I can say that these 4 here, right here, I did manage to successfully complete in August, so they didn't have to roll over. And these 2 did get rolled over into September, but I did complete them in September. I also want to add that I completed all the prompts for the Magical Readathon, all of the prompts for my TBR Knockout, and all of the prompts for the Fall Into Reading-a-thon, but I didn't want to hold up all those books. So, as many of you know, I played Bookopoly, like a lot of people, last month, and these were the 4 books that I had to read for Bookopoly. For Chance, I had to read The Nowhere Girls. For Who, I had to read The Great American Whatever. For Cute, I had to read By the Book. And for POC Rep, I had to read Yellow Wife. And I can say that I did read all 4 of these. So because I played Bookopoly last month, I only did 4 spins on my wheel. So these are the 4 books that I was supposed to read for my wheel. And I can say that I did read The Hive and Fence. And I'm currently more than halfway through with both the Rose Code and the Mark of Athena. And I will absolutely finish these before the end of this month. And as of filming it, it is currently September 27th, so I have 3 days left, so fingers crossed. Okay, so for my Have I Read It number 15, I was to read at least the first book that got the most votes, which was Night Books by J.A. White, and I did read this, but I said I would also do my best to read the next 2 highest voted books, because there were so many books in that haul that I hadn't read. But if I didn't finish them, they would have to go into my extras pile. So the next 2 books were actually both tied in 2nd place. We had Jim and the Holograms, Showtime. I did read this. And My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. And I have not read this, but I'm hoping to read My Lady Jane first. So this, I think, is going to be moved to my extras pile. And for my Have I Read It number 16, I was to read Don't You Forget About Me by Kate Karis Quinn. And I am more than halfway through with this one as well, and do hope to finish it by the end of this month. So I'm going to stick that right there with those. Okay, so now that I've gone over all of the books that I was supposed to have read, let's get into the books for October. Okay, so for my Have I Read It number 17, these are all of the books that you got to vote on. And instead of going through how many votes everything got, I actually put these in the order of their votes. And because of how many there were, I will be picking the top 2. And these actually were tied in first place. We have 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson and Future Perfect by Jen Larson. And the lowest one here was Wondrous Strange. Okay, for Have I Read It number 18, this was the order. So I have some of them turned around backwards because they were just placeholders. So this one was the Young Elites, this one was the Infinite Sea, and this one was for the program. And the winner of this was A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. And for Have I Read It 19, this was the order. The winner was The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirstine White. So that is what I will be reading for this. And this is one of my Once Upon a Book Club books. So I will be vlogging while I read this and opening the gifts. So in addition to those 4, I also have my books from my Cards Against My TBR. I have some library books that I want to read. And I have some buddy reads that I'm doing with my Buddy Read Twitter group and with my friend Clint as well. So, got all those. Okay, so I have 20 books on my TBR before I ever do the first spin. So I'm really hoping that I can get some of these or several of these to fit spins in the wheel, because I don't know if I can do much more than that. All right, let's get started with these spins with spin number 1. Ugly cover. Surely one of these has an ugly cover. Okay, so this is one of my Cards Against My TBRs. It's also a book that I need to write a review on. That is Queen Solomon by Tamara Faith Berger. And it's such a plain cover. So that's what I'm going to pick for this one. All right, we will mark that and replace ugly cover with Once Upon a Book Club Special Edition box. I have a Halloween one right here. I also have a classics one and a middle grade one. So I could use that for any of those. Unfortunately, The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein was not a special edition one. It was a young adult one. So it wouldn't work for this one either because that's for an adult. Okay, spin number 2. Adaptation. Okay, I'm sorry if you hear a lot of huffing and gruffing going on. Bella and Einstein are wrestling right here, of course. Okay, I just had to Google this because I wasn't sure if any of the books that I had here had any adaptations. And one of the books that I'm planning on buddy reading is in the works. It was announced back in 2019, and the author is like the executive producer or something for it, and it's going to be an Amazon show. And this summer she posted an update about it, and it's still happening. So that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So I will be reading this for adaptation. Okay, that gives us 4 on this one. So this one's now a little bit of a danger zone, as well as TBR Vet. Okay, let's replace adaptation with foiled cover. Ooh, I have one that would be perfect for that. All right, spin number 3. Blurbed. Bless you, dog. Okay, so this is a book that has been blurbed by an author whose works I've already enjoyed. So surely I can find that in here. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to read one of my library books that I checked out. We have Over the Woodward Wall by A. Deborah Baker. And some of the authors that have blurbed this were Becky Chambers and V.E. Schwab, both authors that I have loved something that they've written. So this is what I will be choosing for that. And let's mark that one. And we will replace blurbed with a short read. Oh, that would have worked perfect. That's okay, I have other short reads I could use. All right, now we're on to spin number 4. Once Upon a Book Club Special Edition. That means I have to add a book, and it can't be any of these because none of them are special edition. Okay. Because it's October, I'm gonna go with the Halloween one. This has The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates. This looks like so. And if you don't know, when you're reading these, you get to pages that say open your gift, and you go in your box and you find the gift with that page number, and it's something to go along with the story. It makes it really fun, really interactive, and I always vlog when I'm reading these because I open the gifts on camera so you can see all of the gifts for yourself. And if you're interested in getting any of these Once Upon a Book Club boxes, I will link the information down in the description as well as a discount code for you. But yes, The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates is what I will be picking for that one. Okay, marking that. And we will replace that one with Friend Group. This is just a book that has a friend group in it. Okay, so that was spin number 4. So now on to spin number 5. I was just thinking, so far I've had no bonuses, but that one gives me a bonus. Dang it. Okay, let's erase that. So instead of 6 spins, we will be doing 7. Yay. Alright, a TBR vet. So let's see. For this, I'm actually going to choose one of my Have I Read It's because obviously they're TBR vets. I've had them for at least 3 years. So for that, I'm going to choose 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson. All right, let's replace TBR vet with Roll the Dice. So if this one comes up, I have 3 dice. One chooses which of my 12 bookshelves, one chooses which shelf on the bookshelf, and one chooses which book on the bookshelf. So if that comes up, that's what I will do. All right, on to what would have been our last spin, but it's not. Spin number 6. I don't know if y'all can see that, but Einstein's nose was at the bottom getting flop, 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 flop. Okay, so Einstein kind of helped choose this one. Friend Group. Oh, perfect. For this, I will be choosing The House of Hades by Rick Riordan. This has got a couple of friend groups in here. They've all kind of become one big friend group, but it's set in the Percy Jackson world. Einstein's brought me a toy here he wants me to play tug with, or fetch. Okay, so this is what I'm going to choose for friend group. All right, marking that, which will give me 4 for next time. So I'll have another danger zone next time. We will replace friend group with blind. So for blind, I literally just kind of grab any book. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is my final spin because I don't mark it all for the bonus spin. So spin number 7. romance. And I have Einstein here again. Okay, so for this, I'm going to pick a book that... Einstein. He is like, play with me right now. He keeps bringing his toy up to me like, I need to play now. Okay, I'm gonna just try to hold on to this toy. We're playing tug of war as I film. So, the book I chose for this is Wolf Song by T.J. Klune. This is a book that my dear friend Kaylani gifted me, and it's also one that I will be buddy reading next month. And I've been told it's a paranormal romance. We have gay vampires. Okay, let me mark that. Hi, Einstein. And we will replace romance with color. And for that, I use a random color generator, and I pick a book that has that color on the cover. Isn't that right, Einstein? Oh, I threw his toy where he can't get it. Oopsie. So me from the very near future needs to interrupt because I forgot to mention that I also plan on doing the Buzzwordathon, which is for October elements, and it's just anything involving a word that has to do with one of the elements. So example, for water, it could be water, or it could be rain, or anything like that, mist, steam. For fire, I've decided to go with From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I'm also, of course, doing my own TBR Knockout, and for October the theme is Halloween. So the first prompt is to read a spooky book, and for that I'm going to read The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. And the second prompt is to read a book that has night sky or any night sky element on the cover, for example moon, stars, etc. And for that, I will be reading The Haunting of Ashbourne House, or Ashburn House, because night sky. Okay, back to the video. Okay, so these are the 7 books that I have for this round of Wheel of TBR. Have you guys read any of them? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye! Einstein.